Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we have another double unboxing for you. Actually, this is a continuation of the last unboxing, because I actually got 4 watches in, but didn't want to do quadruple unboxing because there's such thing as too much fun. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing the Playdin V328SR. This is the watch I unboxed last time. Grogu is wearing my Skimmy 1560. Which I also unboxed last time. Grogu said Mando was quite upset. He took a young trainee with him on his latest bounty hunt, and unfortunately the trainee was killed. His sacrifice made him reflect on the gravity of the situation and the burden of the life he chose. Fennec Shan tried to comfort Mando by saying that was very big of him. Okay, here's the 2 boxes. One on the left, one on the right, and I'm not really sure which watches they are. I've ordered quite a few recently. The watch on the right, at least I hope it's a watch. It's a really big box for a AliExpress watch. When I look at watches on AliExpress, sometimes they show some really skimpy lingerie, and hopefully this isn't something I ordered for my wife. That would be kind of embarrassing. Let's go ahead and save the big box for last and go with the littler box. Get out the trusty pocket knife and give it a cut. I can tell you one thing, it's not a Pagani design, and it's not a Benyar, and it's not an Addie's dive. So, get it out of the box. And it's a Sapphero. I would say Sapphero. So it looks, let's see. So let's open her up. Ooh, looks like we got a sizing tool. Always nice to have those. I love sizing tools. A lot easier than hitting it with a hammer. And here it is. Looks like we have a kind of a Batman style GMT watch. And this is a quartz watch. Well, at least it looks like the minute hand is hitting the marks. So that's always a good sign when you get a quartz watch. So let's go ahead and take the plastic off and put it on the wrist and see what it looks like. I've been reviewing a few GMT watches on this channel. And I guess you could consider the Fossil I reviewed as a Batman because it was blue and black, but it's definitely a different color of blue than most of these Batman watches, so it's kind of hard to call that a Batman. Man, I'm having a hard time. The dilemma is, when you're a watch reviewer, is you got to keep your fingernails real short, because it's really hard to keep long fingernails clean. And when your fingers are this close to the camera, all that dirt gets picked up really easily. So you got to keep them really short. But then when you go to remove the plastic off these watches, it's kind of hard to get a grip because you don't have long fingernails. If I still played guitar and was finger picking, I would have long fingernails on my right hand. But I don't ever play the guitar anymore. I was never very good. Didn't have the knack. Sometimes you just, no matter how much you practice, if you don't have the knack, you're just not going to be able to do something. Not a very good motivational speech here. And you might say, well, you obviously don't have the knack to remove plastic from watches, and yet you still do it. So, that, I guess, would be a cognitive dissonance, not so much hypocrisy, like a little internal conflict. Alright, so let's get the, looks like we have a butterfly clasp here. Not sure if I'm going to like that. Butterfly clasps. Yeah, they're pretty and everything. That makes it really hard to adjust the watch to your size. Okay, it looks like we don't have any plastic on the dial. Ooh, looks like we do have some case back plastic, so let's take that off. Probably be better to leave it on because I have to sell these watches when I'm done. But I like to take it off anyway. Okay, let's throw it on the wrist, see what it looks like. Here it is, unsized on my 7.5-inch wrist. Looks like I can get 3 fingers under it, so I'm going to have to remove at least 2 to 3 links. Oh, it's a nice looking watch. Doesn't look to be like a direct rip-off of a Rolex or Tudor. Yeah, it's the same basic layout, but it seems to have its own little style. Okay, let's look at the next watch. Okay, here's the really big box. In fact, this is probably the biggest box I ever had from AliExpress. So let's open her up. I think it's a little overkill. I don't think they needed to include a box this big. But I bought some earbuds from Amazon the other day, which aren't very big at all, and they put it on an incredibly big box. So sometimes they just go with what's easier. Alright, let's put the knife away. And here it is. Lots and lots of big old bubble wrap. And here's the watch. Yeah, once again, the box was way too big for the watch. And here it is. Spech and Sohne. Spech and Sohne? Alright, looks like it's on a pillow. And here it is. Looks like we have a homage to a Patek. Or is it Patek? 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 I don't know. I'm not too much into the high-end watches. I can't be reviewing real Pateks. So it looks like we have a rubber bracelet or silicone bracelet. Oh, that's not good. Looks like it fell off. But it looks like we have quick adjust, so it should be easy enough to put back on. I'll do that off camera though. Okay, I got the strap back on. A little bit more difficult than I was expecting, considering it's a silicone strap. But anyway, this is an homage obviously to the Patek Philippe Aquanaut. Not the Nautilus, the Aquanaut. I think they've discontinued the Nautilus, at least the basic Nautilus. So Aquanaut is going to be one of your choices. Looks like the second hand's hitting the marks, so that's another one. And this is just supposed to be a chronograph, right? Okay, it had to be reset first. Then alright, so it is a chronograph, but it's just a single tick chronograph. So when you stop it, then reset it. Okay, well, looks like we have another butterfly clasp. And wasn't a huge fan of the butterfly clasp from the last watch, but this one's going to be great because this is a strap, so this is going to make it really nice. So let's go ahead and adjust that, then I'll show it to you on the wrist. Well, it looks like the whole butterfly clasp isn't as good as news as I thought it was, because I'm having quite the difficult time attaching the other end. Basically, what you have to do is you have to put it right here, then put a spring bar there, and it's kind of tricky. And it's going to be a real pain too, because once I cut this to my size, if I cut it too short, then I can't put any back. So instead of showing you on my wrist, I'm just going to call it good for now, and I will have to size this watch later for the review. Well, thank you for watching my unboxing video, and I will be back with another review before I do another unboxing. Bye.